This is the Salomon Adv Skin 12, and it has been the best pack that I have used. I've done 100 milers in it, and honestly, it is amazing. But what I've also discovered is the more you know about it, the more features it has. So I just want to share with you a couple of extra bits that I've learned along the way. First of all, it does have a whistle, which is great. It is a little one, so you might need an additional one. These little elastications at the top for your bottles are for the top part. So when you put your bottle in, you zip this around there, the top, so that it actually stays in fully in the pouch and doesn't move around and shift up, which is absolutely fantastic. Also really easy to take out and undo as well. So that's what that little elastication there is for. You've got your normal zip pockets, which are great on the front, so you won't lose anything. So that's at the front of the pockets, and some self-explanatory things there. Other additional things that I've learned, and a big one is about poles. So there are 3 ways that I know of that you can attach your poles to the system. One of them will need an additional one of these. So it is your, I've just gone blank for a minute, but anyway, so this is going to go into here. It's called a quiver. That's it. So it goes in the back, and I'll show you how to attach that as well. The other 2 ways, you don't need anything additional, which Salomon has made on these. So the first way is if you want it at the front over here, you want to keep them up there. So what you do is when you go, so here's your pack. If you go to the top here, over here is a little bit of elastication, which you pull through on the outside. So there you go, on the outside of that. And this little one goes up and down. So if you squeeze it, you can move it up and down. So this can then take the pole at the top. There's another little loop over here that you can attach this to. So you attach, there you go. So it makes a little loop at the top. And then at the bottom, you have got another loop there. And that's where your poles can fit through. So it can fit through the top loop down the front into the bottom. Okay, so that's the first way that you can do it. So that will mean that when you have your pack on, the poles will come through at the top and bottom. If you don't want that and you would rather they are on your back, you can pop those back in. What you do is you take this bottom one and you undo it from here. That's the nice thing about these clips. So you undo that clip, come to the back of your pack here. And what the other way is it can be across the bottom over here. So you take that one that you've undone here, and there's another little loop just at the base. There you go, at the base over there. And you attach this to that one. And you can do this obviously on both sides. There you go. So you have a little loop at the bottom, at the back, and your poles go through the bottom at the back of this. So that's the 2 ways that you can have your poles on. The third way is if you buy a quiver. So it's a separate thing that you buy with Salomon. The nice thing about this quiver, it's got quite a firm top over here, so it doesn't collapse. And it's got 2 little pops over there. On your packs, also on the Adv Skin 5, I think as well, they've got these little tops. So this is at the top part of the pack, where you can then insert the quiver over here. So you pop your quiver into this top section. Sometimes it does take a little bit of wangling, depending on how much you've used it. So there you go, pop it into there. Okay, so that's how you have it at the top. Now I like to have it, some people do have it across. I tried that the first time and I just found it interfered with my bag, so getting things out of my bag. So I just have it straight down the back. So what you do, or what I've done, is at the bottom here, you've got this section over here. And I take the bottom part over here. I'm just going to take that one out that we put in earlier. So again, using that little loop at the bottom, I actually thread the small bit over here through this loop to attach it at the bottom. I've just found this is the easiest way. If there's another way, let me know, but this is how I do it. So you thread that through at the bottom, and then you can adjust how tight you want the quiver on your back. So there's your quiver at the back over here, so you can loosen that up. You can see the red bits kind of, so you undo that so it's not too tight at the bottom here, because otherwise your poles are not going to come out. So you need to make sure that that red bit's not too tight. So you pop it in at the bottom here, and then you can adjust this. And what's really nice is you just pull over, so you can pull from the top, and then what I do with my other hand is actually push up at the bottom here, so you can pull and push to get your poles out, and then equivalent to get it back in. And I find that's a really nice way. So I like to have this, and then still I've got easy access to my zip at the back, so it doesn't interfere with my back pocket for getting things out there. So that's the quiver, which is really great. So those are 3 ways that you can attach your poles to your Salomon Adv Skin 12. And yeah, really, really well designed from that point of view. Then the other thing is, there's a few other little pockets and things that I'll share with you, which again were quite a nice surprise with this pack. So what you can do is, come on, how'd you come? Is get this off, right? So I like this back pocket over here has an extra pocket in that top section, and I like to use that for my waterproof. And then if you have a bladder, then you can pop a bladder in there. I don't actually use a bladder. I rather prefer having bottles in my pack, which I just stick into my back pocket here. And then another little surprise pocket, which I didn't really know what it was for initially, is on the front right. So we've got your pack here, and the front right over here is a little pocket over here. And that I use for rubbish. So those horrible gels that are really sticky, I shove it into there so that it doesn't get into everything else. And that is your hydration pack. So I found this is an amazing one, very lightweight as well, very easy to access things. Also, when you've got your food, you can pop things over here, and it comes all the way around to the back where you can pack stuff in, and very easy access. So enjoy. Drop any comments if there's anything else that you know about this. I'd love to learn some more, but I found this pack is absolutely incredible.